The total perspective vortex derives its picture of the whole universe on the principle of extrapolated matter analyses. To explain, since every piece of matter in the universe is in some way affected by every other piece of matter in the universe, it is in theory possible to extrapolate the whole of creation, every sun, every planet, their orbits, their composition, and their economic and social history from, say, one small piece of fairy cake. The man who invented the total perspective vortex did so in order to annoy his wife. Trintragula, for that was his name, was a dreamer, a thinker, a speculative philosopher, or as his wife would have it, an idiot, and she would nag him incessantly about the utterly inordinate amount of time he spent staring into space or mulling over the mechanics of safety pins or doing spectrographic analyses of pieces of fairy cake. Have some sense of proportion, she would say, sometimes as often as 38 times in a single day. And so he built the total perspective vortex just to show her. And into the one end he plugged the whole of reality as extrapolated from a piece of fairy cake, and into the other end he plugged his wife. So that when he turned it on, she saw in one instant the whole of infinity, the whole infinity of creation, and herself in relation to it. To Trintragula's horror, the shock completely annihilated her brain, but to his satisfaction he realized that he had proved, conclusively, that if life is going to exist in a universe of this size, then the one thing it cannot afford to have is a sense of proportion. This is the first thing that came to my mind when I was watching The Three-Body Problem today, when they were discussing the problem of orbits. And this was the first thing that came to mind, and it just made me laugh, and I wanted to share that with you. Anyway, have a good night.